Explanation of the book, Things You Only See When They're Quiet. Hymen Sunim. Introduction to the book. The book, Things You Only See When They're Quiet, How to Be Quiet in a Busy World, is a global bestseller with more than 3 million copies sold. It was written by Korean Buddhist monk Hyman Sunim, a famous teacher of meditation and mindfulness. The book focuses on a basic idea. The world is not getting quieter, but we can be quieter if we learn to slow down our lives and reflect on what's around us. The book is characterized by a simple and smooth style and contains a mixture of deep meditations, Buddhist wisdom, and short stories that help the reader realize the value of the present moment and deal with life's pressures in a calmer and more balanced way. The most important topics and chapters of the book. The book consists of 8 chapters, each of which focuses on a specific aspect of life and contains meditations and practical advice. 1. Comfort and calm. How do we calm down in a busy world? In this chapter, the author discusses how the speed of life can make us lose sight of the beauty in small details around us. We often think that happiness lies in achieving accomplishments, but we forget that stopping and calming down can be more important than constantly running after goals. When we calm down, we begin to see things more clearly. A cluttered mind cannot make wise decisions, so rest is essential for correct thinking. It is okay to take breaks from time to time and not be overly busy with work. A practical example. Imagine that you are walking quickly on a busy street. You will not be able to see the beautiful details on the road, but if you stop for a moment, you will notice the colors, sounds, and even the gentle breeze. This is the idea of slowing down in life. 2. Mindfulness and meditation, how to live in the moment. This chapter talks about the importance of mindfulness, which is the ability to be in the present moment without thinking about the past or worrying about the future. Don't let your thoughts control you, but try to observe them without reacting to them. Meditation is not just sitting in silence. It can be as simple as focusing on your breath while walking or eating slowly. Constant busyness makes us lose our awareness of the present, which leads to stress and anxiety. A simple meditation exercise. Sit in a quiet place. Focus on your breathing. Notice the air going in and out of your nose. If your mind wanders, just go back to observing your breath. 3. Social relationships. How do we communicate peacefully? Relationships can be a source of happiness or misery, depending on how we treat others. Don't expect perfection from others. Everyone has flaws. When you are angry, don't speak immediately, but give yourself some time to calm down before responding. Giving without expecting anything in return leads to happier relationships. A symbolic story. Sanem tells a story about a man who was always arguing with his wife, and when a wise man advised him to meditate before responding, he noticed that he became more patient and understanding, which led to a significant improvement in the relationship. 4. Work and ambition. How to work consciously without burning out. In this chapter, the author discusses how we can achieve success without losing ourselves in the vortex of work. Don't let your work define you. You are not just your job. Take breaks. A tired mind is not creative. Accept that success takes time. Don't rush things. The 80-20 rule in work. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. So focus on the most important things instead of trying to accomplish everything. 5. Love and relationships. How do we find true love? Love is not just romantic feelings. It is commitment and mutual respect. True love is not based on unrealistic expectations. Don't look for someone to complete you, but be satisfied with yourself first. Love is not control, but freedom and mutual support. Practical advice. Instead of focusing on what you don't like about your partner, focus on the positive aspects of him. 6. Spiritual life. How do we find inner peace? Inner peace does not come from external circumstances, but from the way we think and look at things. Don't try to control everything, but accept that there are things beyond your control. Simplicity leads to greater happiness because excessive attachment to material things brings anxiety. True happiness lies in being grateful for what you have now. Gratitude. Exercise. Every morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for, even if they were simple, like a warm cup of coffee or a smile from a friend. 7. The future and anxiety. How do we stop worrying about tomorrow? Many people live in constant anxiety about the future, but the truth is that 90% of our worries never happen. Instead of worrying, focus on what you can do now. Don't pressure yourself to strive for perfection. Mistakes are part of life. Learn to trust that things will work out. Inspirational quote: there is no wrong way in life, only experiences that teach us something new. 8. Embracing change. How do we deal with life transitions? Change is a natural part of life, and constant resistance to it leads to suffering. Everything changes, so don't get attached to things as they are now. Instead of resisting change, try to see the new opportunities it brings. Don't be afraid to make new decisions because every experience adds something to you. Practical example. When you lose a job or a relationship, it may seem catastrophic, but later you may discover that this change was an opportunity for something better. Conclusion. How do we apply the lessons of the book to our lives? This book is not just text to read, but it is an invitation to apply mindfulness and meditation in our daily lives. Top 5 lessons from the book. 1. Slowing down in life helps us see things clearly. 2. Mindfulness makes us live in the present instead of worrying about the past or the future. 3. Healthy relationships are based on understanding and acceptance, not unrealistic expectations. 4. True success does not mean exhaustion, but finding a balance between work and rest. And 5. Change is not scary, but rather an opportunity for growth and development. Is it worth reading? Yes. If you are feeling stressed, anxious, or want to find inner calm, this book will offer you a new perspective on life.